Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. Yes, it's still Short Trips Week because we're bombing through the entire 5th season of Short Trips in 1 week. Today's is The Ghost Trap. Again with the slightly misleading titles, but we have something remarkably good. We've got a Louise Jameson and Tom Baker combo, so of course it's Louise Jameson as Leela doing the nice bit of narration. Now, of course, you've got people who have got their actor's voice, their narration voice, their job voice, their real voice, and their character voice. Yes, this is very obvious when it comes to Nicola Bryant, but when it comes to Leela, you've got a very, very good lineup. Because Louise Jameson can produce some great readings, and then once she steps into character, like a pair of old shoes, Leela is alive before you. She does a nice line in gruff Tom Baker impressions as well, but let's not milk those, shall we? But what's the story about? Over to the synopsis. Responding to a salvage team's distress call, the Doctor and Leela arrive on a crippled spaceship. It's owned by the Hymac. They're a secretive race of space mariners whose navigation skills make them the envy of the galaxy. The salvage teams are long dead, but their last log entries speak of a spectre walking the ship's halls, picking them off one at a time. When the pair become separated, Leela must fight for survival, whilst the Doctor seeks to understand the nature of the ghost. Louise pulls off a brilliant job of describing everything. It's wonderfully atmospheric, and it just kind of works. Yes, it's a fairly predictable story, but it could just as easily have worked as a piece of narrative, as part of a Fourth Doctor full cast range. An absolute bargain for $2.99. And tomorrow I'll be talking about a Fifth Doctor story. So until then, here's an excerpt, and I'll speak to you all very soon, probably about Doctor Who. Be seeing you.
Tracing it back to the wall, she realised what it reminded her of. Bone protruding from flesh. It was then she had spotted the movement. The walls were breathing. A slow rhythm to match the echoing noises. An animal whimpering in pain, Leela thought. Then she caught the scent on the air. "This is not right," she said. "This place smells of death." The Doctor sniffed. "The air's a little stale, but not every smell is death. This is just another spaceship." "I have seen spaceships. They were not like this." As she said it, she turned a corner and found a leathery door barring their way. Leela pointed at it. "This is like the inside of some beast." The Doctor passed her the torch and pulled out another tube, the one he called screwdriver. "There's more than one way to build a spaceship," he said. "Unless I'm very much mistaken, and I rarely am, this is a Hymac vessel, and the organic spaceship is a Hymac speciality."
You've been listening to the Tin Dog podcast, available on RSS, iTunes, Stitcher, Audio Boom and Tumblr. Doctor Who and its associated works are copyright of the BBC. No infringement is intended. You can contact the show, donate, buy merchandise or find out more about my other projects by visiting the Tin Dog Podcast homepage and clicking on the links. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.